Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Before I start the video, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for all the recent support. I've never had a video take off like that. And that for me, I'm extremely humbled by the response that it has received. I really enjoy talking to each and every one of you in the comments. That was the best part of the day afterwards, is just waking up the next day, because I posted that at around like 1:30 in the morning or so, or 2:30. I don't know. Time doesn't exist. Um, but I posted that way early in the morning, went to sleep, and I woke up to a whole bunch of comments, and I was just like, "Holy what?" Okay, all right. Well, what's up? um, so I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed talking about different points of the video and bringing up different theories and just being within the same excitement for something. And that's what I'm all about. I love bringing people together into one place and for everybody to have fun and to enjoy something together. That's what it's all about. I also wanted to say thank you and hello to all the recent subscribers. I believe we surpassed 400 within several hours. That was incredible. I don't normally look at that specific stat. I don't. But I was told to go look at it. And because I really want to get to 500, I was really humbled by that. Again, that means so much to me. The fact that you're taking time out of your day to support me, to hang out and stuff, that is all I ever ask for. So thank you so much, and welcome to all the new subscribers. And thank you to all the old subscribers, the ones that have been here since the beginning. Thank you so much. Here's to more. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. So now I wanted to go ahead and talk about the Backrooms report video. And I'm not going to do another reaction or anything like that. But what I want to do is kind of touch base on several things that some of you have spoken about in the comments, or, different theories and things like that. Let me preface this, that the majority, if not all of this video, is just speculation. And I love speculation. I love talking about something, what could and couldn't be, and things like that. So again, if any of you have any insight or anything that you want to add to this whole conversation, feel free. Let me know in the comments. Let's talk. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm really excited. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the entrance of the Pitfalls team into the Async complex. Right now, one of the coolest shots. This is by far one of the coolest shots, in a good while. I love seeing this. It's just like they're back and they are mad. Probably, I'd be mad. So I don't know which one of these is Marvin, but I'm pretty sure Marvin has a lot to say. Who is Marvin? Morvin. Maybe his name is Morvin after coming back. So anyway, they're back, they're here, and that's really cool. I'm glad to see the whole team together. One of the things that I wanted to talk about was several of you have talked about why is this guy here without a hazmat suit? And that's a really, really good observation. That's a really valid concern. It that concerned me as well. I was looking at it, but then I also looked at several other things in the past. But I guess I don't know if there's enough consistency within some of these factors that would lend us to truly feel like, okay, that he's okay without it. But we have seen several people within the complex's like control area that are not wearing a hazmat suit. For example, you have this guy, right? You have Anthony Dawkins, Mr. Level 9 clearance, not wearing something within the control room. And the reason why I kind of believe that it's the control room is this right here is not the threshold door. See what I'm saying? I don't know if this predated that or if this is simply the door that is a part of that control panel, which I think that's where they're at here. Because that control room is already within, it's like past the threshold, but like I've seen, again, I don't know, like I feel like there's been people that have gone in and out of the threshold without hazmats, but if they're about to venture out beyond the good area, and we'll kind of take a look at something real quick here. Let me bring up this map. So I don't know if this right here represents the door that the team was going through. I don't see anything here just, labeling this as a threshold, because later on it goes into a different area here and it says threshold, and this is the threshold that we're used to. And I'm assuming that this is what we have seen as the typical doorway into it. And this right here is the observation window. We recently saw somebody standing up on top as the Pitfalls team was heading out. And now I think, based off of the way that that character looked, it does remind us of Anthony Dawkins. So that's most likely Anthony Dawkins hanging up on the very top. Now, if we go back to Pitfalls, we'll see something a little different. You're in a place where you can go through, and this guy, Mr. Slow Down in Time, is now wearing a hazmat suit. And we'll stop here and we'll see the entry level. And if you recall, this is also the same room that the guy in Informational video walks into, right? So looks a little different, but there we have the doorway. And I'm trying to see some consistencies here. I don't know where another entrance would be. Maybe we'll get something different once the lights turn on. It's kind of hard to tell. That right there might be the door. Okay. But yeah, you could see them enter through this door here. And, that guy's now wearing a hazmat suit, because I guess they've labeled this area green. Now, real quick, I'm not going to try to connect dots here because of, I just don't know for sure. But, I mean, the resemblance is striking here. This room is pretty much the same room from Informational video. So if we go to Informational video, we'll see our poor victim here walking towards an exit. And we'll see them going through this particular spot here. And like, I don't know, he's so hesitant. Like, you hear... Yeah. So here we are. There's the door that would lead the team out, the Pitfalls team out. He seems confused also. So this is a whole nother thing that I'm probably going to have to sit down and think about. But right now, I'm just focusing on the connections between, certain things in the most recent video and in the reports video. He's not supposed to be there. I don't know. Like, I don't know why did it go red? It's really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to stop creating questions because that's not the point of this video right now. I gotta find more time to dive into more stuff. But anyway, so this whole scene here, yeah, it's pretty much the same spot. So as far as everybody being concerned about you know, the hazmat stuff, and that does that point still very valid. It is something that did concern me too, and I was kind of wondering, but I do feel like the people at Async would be most likely comfortable with not wearing them within that green section. And I think there may have been a picture or video somewhere that actually showed like a green spot, and I believe that that is kind of indicative that, hey, this is a safe zone. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Okay, so the green area is not necessarily like a safe zone. And this is like during motion detected. So this is like way early on. So the threshold is here. The complex is somewhere down here, you know, towards the south of this map. And then it seems like they take over this block. I think that that's what they end up doing. They end up taking over this block or a section of it. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of where what they end up doing is they end up taking hold of this. And here they, yeah. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're taking over that one spot right in front of the threshold. So right here. Yep. So they are building, or maybe up here. I don't know. I feel like they're building something at this point. Yep. So that's what those dotted lines stand for. Okay, cool. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. So all the way here, you have the window, that big window. So again, Pitfall's crew originally goes through here. Dude walking slow walks towards the left, looking out this window and seeing the back rooms from there. And in front, you have maybe an emergency exit. I don't know what the whole purpose of that one is. And then the small window. And then, of course, this thing right here. So it seems like they've deemed this whole area here as safe. And the only times that you'll wear hazmat suit is if you go beyond this area. Honestly, if I was Async, I would just be wearing I'd just be wearing hazmat suits within the threshold, even like room itself. Like, why would I not want to be careful there? But anyway, my main concern was honestly that he wasn't wearing a hazmat suit, and I know a lot of you were talking about that, so that's why I brought it up. And another thing that I want to talk about, based off of the construction that happened for that control room beyond the threshold, is this concept of anything that we touch could possibly have some sort of weird effect on the back rooms. Like, we ourselves could potentially have either a detrimental effect on the back rooms in some way, shape, or form. And I say this because our construction literally puts out a light up here. as soon as we started boarding things up, it goes out. Don't know what that means, but it seems like anything that we do can have an effect on the back rooms. And whether or not if that's to their detriment or ours, maybe it's a mutual thing. Maybe it's to the detriment of both of us. I feel like that is just weird. Like, that's an interesting touch. I wonder why the lights went out. And the lights are still on over here. The lights are still on over there. But here we have the point where, you know, we're kind of reinforcing. Maybe they realized, hey, we should not have this window just simply exposed. There's something in here that wants to run out, that is screaming, that is hollering, that just wants to leave, and we need to keep it outside. So I think that that's kind of why they've built this reinforcement to that side window, observation window. And again, right here, I think this is the window where the threshold entrance would be to the left. And then that smaller observation window would be to the right with a smaller door. And directly behind us would be the actual entryway. which is also reinforced. That one's already reinforced, but the fact that they didn't think about reinforcing the window, kind of weird, but that's just how humans are sometimes. Can we talk about this glitch too that happens? You notice that everything is normal, but the moment that the full seal happens, we get this. Something clicks, something happens as soon as that goes through. I don't know, like as soon as that seals, something gives or something stops happening at that point. So I don't know if that has to deal with the safe zone being more safe, you know. I don't know. Who knows? Like that's a really interesting touch. I'm really interested to see what all of you think about that. So one of the things that I want to talk about as well is this video, the secret video that was posted, the one with the cars. 978-041-5263-573, which is a book code for a story called The Yellow Wallpaper. And The Yellow Wallpaper is a story about the deterioration of a woman's mental health, and also her obsession with yellow wallpaper within her bedroom. And it kind of shows her descent into, you know, depression throughout the story. You know, when you think about it, you know, the yellow wallpaper, like Backrooms, descent, falling into the Backrooms, and things like that. So that's an interesting way to put those two together. Really interesting title to choose that will point people to go check out that book and stuff like that. So that's really cool. And for those of you that told me about it, that threw that into the comments about this book code and what it meant, thank you so much. Like, you guys are awesome, and that's why I love doing this stuff, because some of you have, you know, some of you are like way ahead. Like some of you are just way ahead in the thought process when it comes to this. So that's like really, really cool of each and every one of you to take the time to do that. So thanks. I appreciate you. One of the things I also wanted to talk about within this video is the actual clip. Boop. So this car just going. It's gone. Something that I want to bring up for that is the concept of now it's no longer just people. It's no longer just people. You know, it's more than that. Or rather, it's never been just people, and now we're figuring out that it's other things as well that could just no clip at any time out of existence and fall into the back rooms. Now, that kind of makes me think, you know, what could that mean for the Backrooms itself? Does this fact showcase that the levels within the Backrooms or the areas of the Backrooms, are they in fact just created by what falls through? You know, what falls through is what ends up on the other end, and in its own twisted variation. We have that one section in Pitfalls, which is an entire suburban street with tunnels.
What if Miller's right about the null zones?
And I don't know what they meant about the null zones. Really interested to see what that means. Null zones.
I agree with Mark. It's not worth the risk.
Null zones. I don't know. So, could this entire neighborhood have fallen through? Quite possibly. That would be insane. Could all of this, the street, the trees, everybody that was in there fallen through. And if you remember, there was somebody living inside of this house, or rather, once they go inside of this house, and here they show like the street signs. The street signs obviously are from, you know, I really think that things just fell through and things are just getting twisted and distorted and all that fun stuff. But then you have somebody's been sleeping here. And I think it's because, yeah, this house fell through, and then whoever was inside of it, it's not funny. Whoever was inside of it is having to survive, or rather survived and ended up turning into something else. I don't know what's happening here. We're just seeing a lot of environmental storytelling, which is the best. I can't tell you how much I love environmental storytelling. That's why I enjoy games, open world games like, Oblivion, Morrowind's, Skyrim and stuff like that. That's why I really enjoy games like that, because you could see the story portray itself through just the way the environment is laid out. So another video that connects to the whole concept of everything falling through is the informational video. So Backrooms informational video, when the guy goes through the hole, he comes up to like this one foresty print wallpaper area. And I'm not necessarily talking about that, but I'm more or less paying attention more so to the axe that's on the floor, the wheelbarrows that you'll see in a second. Yep. And then besides that, there is a literal house. There's just a house or barn or something. But you guys notice how weird they look like that? And not only that, but then the wallpaper's like all just glitched up. It's crazy. But anyway, so these things fell through, obviously. And then you have that. You have a whole house. Like, I don't know. So like, there's this as well, to kind of showcase that maybe actual houses are falling through. We'll see what happens. Now, when one of the members of the Pitfall crew went through here and opened up this door, his response is like, you got to see this, You can see the grass. It looks like grass. I don't know.
Oh my god. What do you see?
Everything okay?
Norman, get the camera over here.
So they got to get the camera. He doesn't. I wish he had said something, but whatever. But who knows what's over there? We'll find out. That's probably where we're going next. That's probably going to be what we see next, or rather, we are going to send another team to go look at it, because I think the whole situation with Marv kind of stopped them from going anywhere. They immediately went back to give their report about the entity that's not a person, not a freaking person. The other thing that I wanted to point out too, and some of you have discussed as well, is location. All right. Previously, we were talking about how it was just like the West Coast, like it was just like, California or something like that, and just in the US. But seeing how either, unless the camera is reversed, the angle is reversed, we are noticing already that they are driving in a different side of the road. A lot of you have actually been talking about the global effect that this particular async incident could have had, and it's not just within the West Coast of the United States, it is somewhere else. So a lot of folks were talking about this is either like Japan or the UK or South Africa and stuff like that. That would definitely confirm that this is a terrible, terrible, terrible situation, because it means it's not just in a controlled, known area. It's happening all over the globe. So anything is possible. Everything, like anything could just fall right through. The fact that we have to worry about anything falling into the backrooms at a global scale is it's so bad. Like we're screwed. Yeah, like the whole thing is just, it's screwed up. Async, you made a huge mistake and you don't even realize it. I also wanted to kind of bring up a point for you folks, is that you should honestly like really pay attention to the community tab that Kane Pixels uses, because they tend to post a lot of previews of things that are coming. We still haven't seen this, so I don't know what that's going to end up being. Same thing with this. There's just like some really cool stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's all really cool stuff. I feel like we've got a lot of cool things inbound. I wonder where we're going to take this. The change to the perspective, like seeing it from not so much a first person, but seeing it from a third person, from a viewing standpoint, from a viewer standpoint, like we're watching a film. definitely a big shift. And, I feel like things are going to be changing. And I think there's going to be a balance. I feel like there's going to be this perspective, and then there's also going to be the found footage stuff. I feel like that is a core essential to, the stuff that Kane is building. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to catch us next time. Once again, thank you to each and every one of you for the support and for helping me get to 400 subscribers. You guys are awesome. I'll probably be posting a gaming video coming up soon, some horror games that I've been recording, and other horror series that I found as well. So anyway, y'all take care. Have a good one. Peace. I'm out of here. See you later. Bye-bye.